ground. I have to stay on that ground with you for you to be on the ground. Because the moment I leave you, you stand up. So that's the way unforgiveness is. As long as you have not forgiven that person is on the ground, you are carrying that grudge, that pain is still there. Each time you think about it, the sense of loss is still there. The sense of somebody cheating you is still there. You will never feel free. Past mistakes. Some of us are still dwelling on the mistakes we made 10 years ago, still regretting. We are still carrying the burden. You must learn the battle of let go. Let go. They say time heals the wound. That is, time heals the wound for those who let go. But those who don't let go, they hold on to the wound remains. It remains. So you must fight the battle of letting go. Letting go of people, letting go of past mistakes, letting go of unfulfilled dreams. I've told us that, I said, what we are doing now is there are some you have set a goal for 2024, and as it were, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, September, and even October is coming and going. You have 2 months. Why don't you let go the mistakes? Why don't you let go the unfulfilled dreams and begin to focus on what is ahead of you? Focus on the remaining months. The months that are behind you, they are behind you. The months that are ahead of you is the one you should face. The battle of letting go. I said, some of us, we are still deeply involved in toxic relationships. Toxic relationships. A missed opportunity. Some of us have not forgiven ourselves of our past failure. Unfortunately, no one can fight this battle for you. No one. No one can fight this battle for you. I come again. If you are still there in a toxic relationship, you know what I mean by toxic relationship? A relationship that is not working for you. You know it's not just working for you, but you are still staying put. A relationship that is not adding value to you. Instead, it is reducing your value. A relationship that is not symbiotic. A relation that it does not add value to you, but what it does is that it causes a lot of distraction. You have to let go. Missed opportunity. You are still crying over what we call spilt milk. Over spilt milk. We must come off it. Some of us we are holding ourselves into ransom. We are not forgiving ourselves. This is the worst of all the battles of letting go. If you don't let people go, those who offend you, don't let them go. And you get to a point, some of us, even our own self, we don't even let ourselves go. We don't set ourselves free from mistakes, from failures. We want to kill ourselves. The battle of letting go. We must learn to let go. No one will fight this battle for you. It is you that will decide. Husband, it is you that will decide that you will forgive your wife. Wife, it is you that will decide that you will forgive your husband. Parents, it is you that will decide that you will forgive your children. You let people go, you let mistakes go, you let even missed opportunities go. That's why we call them opportunity. They come in a fleeting moment. Once you miss it, you miss it. You miss it, you miss it. Prepare yourself for the next one. I've always said in this class, what we call luck. What we luck is preparation, meeting with opportunity. So if you lost one, why don't you grow up yourself and, prepare for the next one? But you are still there crying over the one that is gone behind you. No, you must let go. I said the process of letting go can be very painful, and it requires a lot of emotional strength. I'm telling you now that there are things that are painful even to you as a person. To let go when people hurt you, to let go when you miss opportunities, to let go when you fail in certain things that you can keep beating yourself, you can keep hammering yourself, you can keep faulting and blaming yourself. So letting go is not an easy thing, but all the same we have to let go. And I say what it requires is a lot of emotional strength. You must build up that strength. How do we wonder how David was able to overcome the battle of the Amalekites after he won a major war, only for him to celebrate, only to get home now? And this group of people have come and evacuated the families, everybody. Can you imagine how all of them were crying and cursing him from one victory to a major failure? But what did he do? He developed emotional strength. He encouraged himself. That's emotional strength. Emotional strength is possible confession to yourself. I can do it. I will overcome. I will come off it. Build yourself up in that faith, in that strength. So only you that can do it. It requires great emotional strength. Letting go involves grieving the loss of what could have been and embracing the uncertainty of what's to come. What am I saying? Letting go involves two things. Number one, you are grieving your loss. You are crying over the mistakes you made. Instead of forgetting those ones and embrace what is to come. Forgetting the past. Apostle Paul says, one thing I do, I forget the past and press forward. So the battle of letting go involves you forgetting the past and pressing forward. Grieve, if you cry, if you must cry, but don't continue crying forever. Cry over the loss, but you must also wake up to the uncertainty. You must wake up to what is coming ahead of you. You must prepare for it. I say the battle of letting go can also be called the battle of freedom. Because how is it called the battle of freedom? When anything you allow to pin you down, anything, any issue, it takes you captivity. It takes you like a slave. You become a slave of that fear. You become a fear of what is holding you and eating you. But letting go is walking into your freedom. Walking into your freedom. So you must choose freedom in place of, being held hostage by your fears, by your past mistakes, by your unfulfilled dreams, and release yourself into the future, which has freedom for you. I say, letting go means freeing yourself from the chains of the past to step into the future with hope and confidence. Winning the battle of let go simply means that you are freeing yourself from the chains of the past and stepping into your future with hope and confidence. That's the only way we can win the battle of letting go. The last one, which is battle number 5, the battle of fear. The battle of fear. I said, it is not a crime when you experience fear. Why? Because fear is universal. Fear is a seed that exists in every creation. From the moment we first short of the glory of God, yes, God restored us, but fear came into us, and fear has become a part of us that we have to overcome on a daily basis. I say everyone faces fear, or everyone experiences fear. But the thing about it is your ability to face it head on. It is your ability to battle fear in isolation, in your private place. How many of us know that, for instance, you fear the fear of flight. You once you are even inside the car, somebody is driving, you are moving, you are shaking, your legs are not at full, or you are inside the plane. It is in your isolation, when you are seated on that your seat, when you are alone. That is when you are able to overcome the fear. Because every potential person that enters has his own fear. But yours is a personal battle that you have to fight. You can choose to say, either you start praying, or you start singing, or you start dancing, or start reading a novel, or whatever, you take that fear out of your mind. It's your personal battle. It is your personal battle. I say whether it is fear of failure, fear of rejection, or the fear of the unknown, no one else can help you conquer any of this fear. It is your battle to fight. People can encourage you, people can motivate you, but in that moment of solitude, in that moment when you are alone, that's when the devil come on your shoulder and will be reminding you. So it is you to stand up and challenge that fear. My bishop will say, confront your confrontation. And I always define fear, it doesn't bear, it bears repetition. False evidence appearing real. In other words, what you are really afraid of is just an evidence. It's a fake. The devil faked fear in place of faith. You have the same strength you have to have faith in yourself, to have faith in God and face that situation. It's the same faith. If you push out faith out of your mind, fear comes in. It's the same space that fear can occupy or faith can occupy. So the question in your life is decide which one you want to give room to. Either you want to give room to fear or you want to give it to faith. And I said, no one can build you up in faith to overcome fear. I come again. No one can build you up in faith to overcome fear. It is you. It is a personal battle. Fear sometimes requires that we step out of our comfort zone. For you to be able to overcome fear, it means you stepping out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is your zone of fear. It's your zone of where you think, as it were, I am okay, I'm good to go. It is fear that will make you believe that that place is good enough for you. Faith will say, step out. If you don't step out, you can't succeed. But fear will say, let me remain on my comfort zone. So anytime you are in your comfort zone, Like in the last two classes, anytime you are facing a situation of self-sabotage, when you are settling for good, when it could be better, when it could be best, know that what you are doing is that the battle of fear is having victory over the battle of faith. To fight the battle of fear, win the battle of faith. I say the battle of fear happens in our comfort zone. I give you an example. Peter had never walked on water, but he got that opportunity. Even in the midst of his fear, he had to confront his fear by asking Jesus, I know I cannot do it, but you asked me to come. You asked me to come, bid me come. And that one say, come. He overcame that fear and moved in faith. And when he stepped into the water, when, call it pride or whatever came over him, and said, me, Peter, I'm now I'm now working on this one. He forgot the faith that brought him in, and the fear came in. He started thinking, but he still remembered that he had a boss who is by his side. Your ability to conquer fear is to always have faith at all times. To conquer your fear, you have to embrace vulnerability. You have to know that you are a man. You are still human. So that what is happening to you is you are afraid. It is good to be afraid. It is when you realize that you are afraid. It is when you realize that you are in a situation that is more than you, that you can call for the faith, you can call for the strength, you can ask your God to strengthen you, you can ask God to fortify you. You are vulnerable. You know, I cannot do it alone. That is the meaning of being vulnerable. I always give an example of Dangote. Up till a couple of months ago, Dangote thought that he was, a champion. He can always overcome. But when the forces that were against him, where they kept coming in different, the man had to bow down and accept that he's a human being. He said, I'm vulnerable. In other words, this country can do me like he's doing Joseph, like he's doing Joshua. What did he do? He accepted vulnerability, that he is also subject to the hard time, and he cried out. He cried out and he told the whole world that this industry that I went into, he said, had made him grow white hair overnight. And he cried out to say that there is a mafia and has ganged up against him. He had always known, or he thought he would overcome, because he has always been overcoming. But he got to a point he had to be vulnerable. He had to accept that he's a human being and he needs to cry for help. So we must learn to be vulnerable. You are not a Superman. The bishop will tell you, if you have to share tears, share tears. It's an emotional thing. Don't bottle up. It does not make you less a man. Being vulnerable means you can also, yes, I'm afraid, or I have failed. Job said, he said, what I feared most happened to me. So if you are in a situation of Job because of the fear you have over certain things, if those fear eventually overpower you and get an upper hand, be vulnerable, accept it. I said fighting fear alone builds courage and resilience. You can listen to me as you are listening to me today now, but it's your decision when you get back home and decide that, Omo, what I had to do, I'm going to build courage. I'm going to stop. I'm not going to fear anymore. I'm going to develop grit. I'm going to develop resilience. Each time I fall, I will stand up and continue the race. The battle of fear teaches you to trust yourself, even in the face of uncertainty. In other words, when you are able to overcome fear once, it gives you confidence that, oh, I can always overcome. That is this song. Is it what's the name of this guy? I know that I can make it. I know that I can. No matter what may come my way, my life is in your hand. I know that I can make it. I know with Jesus I can stand. I don't know it too well, but that's the lyrics. You know, I can stand no matter what comes my way. That is resilience. You are encouraging yourself. You are speaking to yourself. You are motivating yourself. That's how you can win the battle of fear. If fear teaches you, winning the battle of fear teaches you to trust yourself, even in the face of uncertainty. While others may encourage or support you, the final decision to act despite fear must come from within. I say when you say people are bold, people are courageous, they are not bold or courageous because they don't fear, but they are bold and courageous in spite of their fear. They still act in spite of their fear. That's the level we must get to. Nobody gets to a point in life where you don't fear. No, you still fear. How many of us remember even Jesus Christ? Towards the last moment, fear gripped him. And he cried at the altar of Golgotha, and he said, God, if this is possible, take this away from me. For somebody who had lived 33 years, preparing for this very day, at the last moment, fear gripped him. But he remembered. He acted in spite of fear to say, God, if you can take the call from me. He knows that God cannot take up the call from him. But he was vulnerable at that particular time. And he cried out like a human being he is. Like he shows that he can be vulnerable. He cried out. I said, while others may encourage you or support you, the final decision to act despite fear must come from within you. Victory in this battle opens door for new opportunities, new possibilities, and unleashes your potential. What am I saying? The day you can win the battle of fear within you, it gives you victory to new possibilities. It gives you victory to uncharted course. It gives you victory to unleash your full potential. How many of us remember we did? How many of the things that fear hinges and hides prevents us from being maximizing? Now, once we are free, we are not at our best and we cannot achieve the best. So, in other words, when you are able to overcome that fear, when you are able to overcome it, you are even the heaven is no longer your limit. It's your beginning point. In conclusion, the battles of life. The battles of life are battles that only we can fight them. Nobody can fight them for us. The battle of self-identity. The world will always label you. The world will always call you whatever they want to call you. But it is you that decide who you want to be based on your values, based on your choice, based on your ethics. You choose who you want to be and defend it. Fight against every external force, including human, including your parents, including your friends who have labeled you. The battle of inner peace. Only you can give yourself that peace. The environment is constructed, is wired to distract you. But only you can choose to rest in midst of the storm. The battle of personal responsibility. You can blame everybody, blame every situation, blame every country. Like now, the commonest blame everybody will put blame now, will blame on Tinubu. But do you know that despite of what Tinubu has done or what he's doing, you have the capacity within yourself to adjust and live a better life. But you also have this one to give up and throw your hands off the air. Etc. What will happen will happen. Those are choices. It is you that choose to take responsibility. Number 4 is the battle of letting go. Whatever you don't let go stays with you, and as it were, it remains a permanent thorn in your flesh. It haunts you. Whether it's the people that you did not let go, people who offended you, people who made mistakes and you don't let go, you carry on for your mind. It will keep haunting you. Mistakes of the past, failures that missed opportunities of failure that you have experienced before, but you don't want to let them go. Shut the door to the past. Be like Apostle Paul, forgetting the past and pressing towards the future. And the last one here we say is the battle of fear. It is natural for every human being to fear. But the same strength that you use and exercise in fearing and getting scared, the same strength can give you faith. And faith to act in spite of your fear. Faith to act out of your comfort zone. Faith to just be who you want to be. And I tell people fear, false evidence appearing real. The opposite of false evidence appearing is face everything and rise. Confront everything and rise. Face everything and rise. That's the same thing. So for you, fear might be face everything and run. But I want to trust God. It is face everything and rise. You will face everything and rise. To conclude this class, I said, while life challenges can often be overwhelming, the battle we fight alone are the ones that define us. The battles we fight alone are the ones that actually define us. Why? Because they are the ones that helps us to discipline ourselves. They are the ones that helps us to grow. They are the ones that can help us to unleash our potential. What do I mean? Tinubu economy is everybody's battle. Hello? Everybody is facing that battle. But the battle you face alone, in midst of that Tinubu high import rate, high prices of items and everything, the one how you translate tackling the situation within your family, within your business, and survive. Those are the personal battles. Tinubu will not come and tell you this is how you should prioritize your monthly spending. He will not come and tell you that your business, this is what you should do. Those are general battle everybody is fighting. But the internal battle, the battle that is for you as a person, is in midst of the general battle. Fight the private battles, the inner battles. The battle that no one can fight for you. And once you win them, the chances are you will unleash your potential, you will grow, you will become mature, you would have inculcated discipline. I say these battles of life, we fight them alone. And it is in your solitude. Like I did read Isaiah 30:15. It says, in quietness and in loneliness shall you regain your strength. It is in quietness, it is in that lowly state of that personal battle where you say, it is me and you. Be like Hezekiah. The prophet came to him and said, oh boy, pack up, oh, you will buy very soon. The guy said, a battle of death is my own battle. The man turned to the wall. And God, the same angel that told him that he was going to die, came back and told him that God has increased your lifespan by 15 years. So learn to battle your fights in a lonely and a quiet place. The battle of taking responsibility, the battle of self-identity, the battle of peace, the battle of let go, the battle of fear, they are all parts to discover who you really are. All these self-battles is to show how well disciplined you can be, how forgiving you can be, how compassionate you can be, who your true identity is. That is it. The battles are to help you discover the better self. Because some of us are living a life of counterfeits. We are living a life that is not, we were created to be better than what we are now, but we don't live that life. So when you fight those battles, it actually shows who the true you is. As you navigate these battles, remember that emerging victorious doesn't always mean an absence of hardship. I come again. As you are fighting the battles of life alone, I say remember that you are victorious does not mean that you did not go through hardship. These battles always leave us, sometimes with scars. Sometimes it will be badges. Sometimes it will be stars. So some of us will win stars along the line. Some of us will receive badges along the line. Some of us, it will even be scars that will leave marks in our body. But they remind us of the battles of life. Why they leave scars for you, but they are also a way of you discovering that you are better than who you are now. The battles of life are the only things that can remind you that you can be more disciplined, you can be more successful in life, you can achieve more than what you have achieved now. I wish you all the best in your battles of life. And I will see you on the victory side, because you will win all your battles in Jesus' name. I'll rest my case.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Who is that one?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Igwe. The crowd puller. The game changer.
I celebrate you, sir.
We go talk for the other side, not be now.
No problem, sir.
Any question? Precious, I know you are facing your battles of life. But I hope you getting some tips, guidelines. Yes. Nobody is talking. We are good to go for today.
Yes, boss.
Pastor J,
Thank you very much.
thank God. Pastor
Hello?
J, confirm to me that Fred is recording. I see the sign.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can. We can hear you.
Hey, waiting happen
Can
today.
anyone hear me?
We are hearing you. Some who
Yeah, we
have
can hear
abandoned for
you.
the past 3 months.